Let me try to get it. My mouth's watering if I don't salivate all over you. What about? Hey everyone! Welcome back to Native Eats. Today we are doing gluten-free dark chocolate fudge crinkle cookies. So for this recipe, you need some organic sugar, and we're gonna make brown sugar out of it with molasses. Then we're going to put in a half a cup of butter, so you'll need some good grass-fed butter, Kerrygold in this case. 1 egg, room temp, and you'll need vanilla. You'll need baking soda. This is all your dry ingredients. This is a little bit of an optional thing, but I like to make just a little bit of cinnamon. And we're gonna need salt. I use culinary grade cocoa powder, but you can use regular cocoa powder, and we'll talk about that in just a second. King Arthur's here, and I've got tapioca flour and potato starch. You can pick one of these two. I'm gonna probably use the potato starch today for these crinkle cookies, because I just think they might finish off a little bit nicer for the look, but you could use tapioca. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to cream the butter and the sugar. We need about a cup of sugar. Fit it with its paddle. All right, and there's our cup of sugar, and now we're gonna make just some brown sugar real fast. You could use organic brown sugar, but if you make your own brown sugar, then you're gonna need to put about a tablespoon or 2, whatever, it's optional if you want more. Get your brown sugar going and add in your butter, half a cup. Take you over here real quick, and I'll tell you about this culinary grade chocolate. So culinary grade chocolate is just really, really good chocolate to bake with if you're gonna make cakes, cookies, or anything that's like a chocolate flavor. It just tastes so much better in baking and such a good dark chocolate rich flavor versus the regular cocoa powder. You'll really taste the difference if you pick up some of this culinary chocolate. The other thing I didn't mention is the powdered sugar that we'll need towards the end, but we don't need it right now. So this is gonna be a little bit of a 2-hour process. Once we get these cookies mixed up and blended, we're going to put them in the refrigerator for 2 hours to chill. This process is very necessary for this cookie. Let's scrape this, that's needs to be scraped. Let's see if I can still crack an egg with one hand. Oh yeah, baby. All right, so we're gonna go in with the egg. Enough smack talking. It's starting to look really pretty, but it does need to be sprayed. You wanna get this to like a fluffy texture, creamy, fluffy texture like that. And probably gonna take you a good 2 to 5 minutes. While this is grinding around and getting fluffy, you could add your little bit of your secret ingredient. This is gonna make the dark chocolate, in my opinion, it's gonna just richen it a little bit. And so we're not gonna add much cinnamon to this. Probably just like 2 dashes. 1. That was 3. While that's fluffing up, let's get our dry ingredients into the bowl. So we're going to only need a cup of our flour substitute, our gluten-free flour substitute. So we're going to use a half a cup of the King Arthur's. Don't substitute the King Arthur's for another brand because they have different ratios in them, and it might mess up your cookie. Half a cup of the potato starch. Always use organic potato starch. Any of your flours really should be organic. Culinary cocoa, that's what it looks like. We're gonna go with half a cup, a little over half a cup. Just like a big half a cup of our cocoa. A teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon. A half a teaspoon of salt, so a half. Go ahead in with your teaspoon of vanilla. And whisk this up a little bit. While this mixes up, we're gonna get our chocolate. And that's the only thing I didn't give you on your rundown list is the chocolate. We have a nice dark chocolate here. This one is Nestle, and it happened, I know Nestle, but it happens to be all clean. It's Native Eats approved because they use actual sugar in here, chocolate. Use chocolate in these chocolate chips. 1 cup of your chocolate chips. And voila. That is the beginning stages of your dark chocolate crinkle cookies. When we come back, after these have sat up in the refrigerator for 2 hours, it is very vital to do that for this cookie to bake off and crinkle properly at the end, because we're gonna roll them and we're going to put them in the sugar and the powdered sugar. Put a plastic over these, get them into the refrigerator for 2 hours, and I'll see you guys back to make these crinkle cookies happen. As you can see, it's a different day. We went overnight. So here we are today, gluten-free chocolate fudge crinkle cookies, and we're gonna finish them off. And the last steps to doing this process is you just need your granulated sugar and your powdered sugar. I forgot another plate. You need 2 plates because we're gonna roll first in the sugar, and then we're gonna roll in the powdered sugar, a cup of the powdered sugar. And a few tablespoons of the granulated sugar. And now what we're gonna do is, I was going to use a spoon to get about 1.5 1-inch balls out of this. All right, so I want to get some balls out of this, like this. And we want them to be about 1.5 inches or so in diameter. And we're just going to roll these up in very clean hands. And we're going to roll them in the sugar and then roll them in the powdered sugar. There you go. And I am going to do the rest of these balls in that very same way. And we're gonna put them about just a couple inches apart like that. So this is the finished product, and so we're gonna put these in the oven, but I do wanna give you this little tiny tip that at 9 minutes, I want you to check them, and I want you to see if they are spreading. So if they're spreading, then you're good. If they're not spreading and cracking, then take them out of the oven and smack the pan a couple times on the counter like you do macaroons before you put them in the oven. And so that'll help them to initiate the crack. There we go. I'll see these little babies and you, beautiful babies, back in 9 minutes. We're gonna check these. It's on, baby King Kong. Here we go. Woo! Woo! Look at these guys. I mean, just like, let these cool for a few minutes, which we're gonna need to do because these are really chewy and fudgy, and you don't wanna like, these are ones that you don't wanna grab out of the oven like scalding hot, be like, ah, like your chocolate chip cookies. So you guys know the trick. Find a nice dry spot on your stone counters or your fake stone counters, and voila, voila. Okay guys, it's time. I want to show you these so badly. Here we go. These are amazing. Look at this. Fudgy. Delicious. Oh, you gotta like pull them a little bit because they're chewy. Let me try to get it. My mouth's watering if I don't salivate all over you. What about? They're so good. They're like fudgy, super fudgy, a little bit crunchy, chewy, right guys? Mm-hmm. Your secret weapon in this to make it so dark, chocolatey, and rich and delicious and such a really good quality is that culinary cocoa. That culinary cocoa makes a huge difference in the flavor. These taste super high-end, super good. And also the little tiny bit of cinnamon, inismin, that I put in there, as my kids would say. A little bit of inismin and just a dash, because you cannot taste the inismin in this. No, but I'm serious. Try these cookies. They're gonna put you in such a good mood. And remember, if you love me, and even if you don't, like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time on Native Eats.